Hello everyone, this is Thursday, July the 17th, 2025. It's almost 9 a.m., about 5 minutes to 9 a.m. And we have a current temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. I think that was 66 or 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? I'm in the public gardens this morning. I want to see what's new. So let's get going here and we'll walk around public gardens, and at the same time I can get my exercise walk in this morning, and well, everything will just be lovely. Okay? All right, with that, I have to get off of this bench before I can start walking. So all right, let's go. Okay, just taking a little look around. There's where I just came in. And we're going to take a walk around the public gardens, see what's new. There are all kinds of new things because they just change everything. Every day they're working on the plants and stuff in here. So there's lots of new things to see. It feels like rain is imminent. I saw on my phone chance of severe thunder showers. Right now I just think there's a little something in the air, but not too much. We should be all right for now. I hope anyways, okay? We want to at least get our video done before we get rained on. I love all these walkways in here. You can just take so many different routes when you walk. You don't have to get, if you walk the same thing all the time, you get tired of it. You can go around the lake and around the premises here once, and then next time you can take a different road. And after that, you can take a different road again. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wonder how old that tree is. We got some in here that's pretty old. And then others, not so old. Well, we'll make a walk around the perimeter, and then we'll try some of the other trails. Let's take a walk around in front of the cabin here. You want to do that? Okay. We'll go right through here. Take a little walk through here. Look out over the lake. Nice little spot here. I think pretty well anybody that's ever been in this public gardens and walked around in front of that cabin. You know what that cabin is? That's a tool shed. That's the place where the workers put tools and stuff in there. I'm going this way because they got such pretty flowers and stuff down here. I want to get the beauty, not just walk around. These are nice. These are all freshly done. Beautiful. Oh, look over here. Wow, they changed this completely since the last time I was in here. These weren't here. They've changed it completely. Isn't that nice? They don't last long because I can see the petals already coming off. It's a constant, it's a day-by-day thing to keep up with it. But they got a lot of workers that work in here. And they're just constantly checking on things and see if they're not good enough to leave in the ground. And if they're not, they take them up and put something else in them. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful in here. Oh, it feels just like rain is just about to fall. I hope I get my video done first at least before we get any rainfall. Hope so. Let's go look at this fountain over here. That hasn't changed. That's always the same. It's been here for years. Years and years and years. Long before I ever saw this place. Maybe it's the fountain of youth. I should just jump right in there. No, it wouldn't help. Okay. Look at this tree. It actually got a cable around the branches on that side and over there to keep these branches from breaking off. Let's go through the little archway. These people probably came in on a bus tour, more than likely. A lot of buses come here, and they always stop in here, and they spend at least an hour, maybe more. All the people they have from the buses looking around, and then they get back on and go some other spot, I guess. But this is a big tourist place right here. And you know what? It doesn't cost you anything. You can walk right in here anytime you want, as many times as you want. It doesn't cost you a penny. Even if you're on a bus tour, it don't cost you anything to come in here. Maybe the bus tour costs you something, but not the park in here. The park is absolutely free. No Tai Chi people in here today. There's an older gentleman and an older lady comes in here doing Tai Chi in the mornings. Maybe I'm not as early as I usually am. Vancouver, that's where you see them doing Tai Chi. They're doing it all over, everywhere. All the parks has got people doing Tai Chi in there. Chinese folks, and they're doing Tai Chi, and some Canadians too are doing Tai Chi. Yeah, it looks easy, but it's not. It's very hard, very hard. I tell the drop. I hope it holds off just long enough to get my video done. Let's see. Can't quite make out the numbers there, so I'd have to stop. And you know what? I should probably put glasses on when I'm when I do have a pair of glasses, but they're not the right for my eyes now. I need new glasses, but I guess they'd be better than nothing. It looks like fall looking at these leaves, but no, it's not. We're in the dead of summer, right in the middle of summer right now. Let's take a look at this stuff here again. Can never look too many times. And I'm sure there'll be people who will see this video that maybe haven't seen my other videos I made in here. The 6 vases and 3 statues. Where are they? Oh, I see them. The vases are around the park, and there's 3 statues. There's one. Now we gotta look for the other 2, don't we? We look around for the other 2 statues. I found one, but there's supposed to be 3. 3 statues and 6 vases. I see those. Where are the 6 statues? I see only one. Oh, I see one over there in the corner now. One, yeah, that's 2. That's 2. Let's see if we can find all 6. 6 statues. Maybe they're all in the whole area of the park and not right here. It could be. One over there, one there. Okay, that's my quest now. I gotta find the 6 statues. That's not a statue, that's a flower pot. There's 6 of those. I don't know why they don't let people go up on that, but maybe the floor is not safe for a whole bunch of people. Because that would be a perfect place to go if it started raining. You could go up in there and kind of wait it out. Well, so, oh, I see another one over there. Way over there is another statue. Well, let me zoom it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. Hang on, and I'm going to show you. Right there. That's my 3rd one. I magnified too much here. There we go. And there's a tour right there. The guy's giving him a tour of the place. Usually the person who's the guide, like the guide in here, lives right here, and he has all those people. It's free of charge, but they're expected to give the guide some kind of a donation when he's done. But he'll point out a lot of stuff that you'd never know on your own, the dates and things, and and how this got put here and this and this and this road, not this one. The next one up is a divider of the two parks. There was two parks here, and they joined them all together to make one big park, the public gardens. And it's that next road right up there. That's where the divider is between the two parks. It's only one park now, but there was two. Oh, let's go up here. For anyone who hasn't seen me show these before, it's worth the trip. Those trees were cut out by hand, the branches. And whoever did it did a fantastic job. Oh, there's the Tai Chi lady getting warmed up. I love seeing them out there doing that. I'm in the right age, I could join them, but I got 4 screws in my left knee and I'm just don't know if I could do Tai Chi. You have to get all loosened up first. That's what she's working on right now, getting loosened up. See, it won't pull a muscle or something. Oh, look at this little area right here. I don't think I've ever walked around through here. Let's just do this for something to do. All right. Well, I think this goes around to the exit gate here on this end of the park, but you don't have to take that gate. You don't have to go out. You can just go around. Now, if you keep going straight out, you'll have to go out, but we can go this way. Kind of dark down here. I should be able to read my screen. I think it's 17 minutes. And even if I only get a half an hour in before it rains, I'll consider that pretty good. Oh, this guy's collecting the garbage from the cans. Yes. All kinds of old coffee cups and stuff like that. This is a well-maintained park. I've never been in a better park than this, ever. Never saw one that could beat this in Toronto. A lot of parks, some of them are bigger than this one, but they don't get the attention that this gets. This is like above and beyond what most parks get for attention. I can smell these flowers and trees and stuff as I walk through here. They're so beautiful. These are dying right here. So I'll have to get on that, I guess, and put some new ones in there. They will. As soon as they notice that they're dying, they'll be right on it. Look at that tree right there. Not that one. Well, that's a tree too, but the one right straight ahead with all the branches pointing up. Strangely, because most trees, the branches point out like those other ones. These are just all pointing up. I don't know what kind it is. What kind of tree it is, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's quite the tree. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big branches that go straight up beside the tree. There's the third statue that I saw before. And I think those are the only three that's in here. One over there, one in front of the stand. Let's go read that again, because it might have said six of those pots and 3 statues. That could be, there's 3. You know, I'm getting old of my memory there. I might have read 3 and 6 and thought I saw 6 and 6. We'll have to take a look at that plaque again. I wouldn't be surprised it's 3 statues and 6 pots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The 6 vases, yes, and 3 statues. We found them all. The 6 vases and the 3 statues. We found them. 1 statue down there, 1 here, and 1 over here. We could walk over there if you want to see it right up close. They're all a little different. All slightly different than another one. Look at that light post is leaning. Wonder if anybody ever noticed that. Oh, probably. Leaning over. Yeah, I like these little plaques they put down about stuff. Tells you. Want to know how old that tree is? Here we go, right here. That tree was planted here. Now listen to this. I told you that the Queen Elizabeth had something to do with this park, and I'm pretty sure I think she donated it to Canada, but I'm not sure how that goes. Or it belongs to England, I think that's how it goes, yeah. Anyways, here's a little sign, says, oak tree planted by His Majesty King George VI in the presence of Her Majesty the Queen, June 15th, 1939. The year the Second World War started. That was planted. Wow. By Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. It was over in the presence of Majesty. She didn't plant it. King George planted it. But Her Majesty was here the day they did that. 1939. And here's the 3rd statue, right here. What they're statues of, I'm not sure. But they've been here a long time as well, I would think. That's pretty nice. You can look at a tree and say, that was planted in 1939. The year the Second World War began. No doubt they had hints of it. If it was planted before the war, it would have been just before the war. Hitler was ramping up his war machine and he was going full bore. He was going to take over the world. We see how that worked out for him. Not all that good. If only people would learn from the past mistakes, we wouldn't have any more wars like we do now. Well, let's see. This road right here is the divider between the 2 parks. That was 2 parks. It's 1 park now. It's all 1 park now. But it was. That side was a park. I think that side was the one that belonged to Halifax. And this one was another park up here. Probably private or something, yeah. Anyway, they probably donated that to the city. And it became 1 big park instead of just that. But this is the divider. Halifax Park was on that side and somebody else's park was on this side. Well, I gotta show you something now. Those flowers we walked around, if I just stand back here and take the whole thing in at once, what a beautiful picture that is right there. Huh? Absolutely beautiful. All the trees in the background, the house in the background, all the flower vases in the bandstand and everything, all in one picture. Yeah, beautiful. I want to see how long this has been going. If I can make it out, we'll see. If I can try to see, but I think it's... I could turn up my... I can't right now in the setting I'm at. I don't want to disturb anything. I could lighten up my screen a little bit more. That would help, but I don't want to bother it while I'm doing this. I see flowers that the bumblebees like getting on. You want to see them up close? Okay. Who hasn't already seen a bumblebee? Everybody has, right? Look, he's hiding. He's behind that. There he is. Hope I don't scare him and he comes up here and sting me or something. There he is. Okay. I guess they don't like people disturbing them. Okay, I think I can see it now. It looks like 37 minutes, something like that. That's good. By the time we get back around and go out through the gate, this video will be done. And I don't think we're going to get any rain before that. In fact, we may not get any at all. Just a chance of a heavy thunderstorm. But it don't mean it will be here. Usually they're local and they don't know for sure where they're going to hit. All right, let's get down through here and we'll make our way towards the gate and this video will be finished. All right. I guess it's coffee break for the workers. 3 of them over there, and I say the 2 standing there talking, we're pushing these lawnmowers. Oh, they do a good job in here. They absolutely get a great job for the summer. More than likely they're students. Good chance of that. They probably make it a practice to hire students, although I'm not certain about that. But it makes sense. You got a nice job here, you can hire, 20, 30 employees for the summer. Why wouldn't they take students, right? It's a temporary job and they could use the money. Yeah, my theory. There's probably students doing this. Oh, let's go around this way. Why not, right? Wow. This bed of flowers right here. Try to guess when that was put here. Francis Williams Centenary Bed, 1839 to 1939. The memorial from the unions of the Halifax and Dartmouth. Something, put this here. Wow, she must have lived to be 100, 1839 to 1939. Wow. And she dedicated that piece of land right there to the city. Your name will never be forgotten if you donate something like that to the city, like a statue. Or even some of these chairs, not these ones, but over there, see there's like a name tag on the back. It says who donated all those benches. So if you want your name to go be remembered for a long time, donate a bench here and they'll put your little plaque on it with your name. And look, here's a sign that says summer concerts. We'll see what's coming up here. All right, let's see. Wednesdays. Wednesdays is classical music. Thursdays is country music. And Sundays is various genres and bands. Okay? So if you're a country lover, you'll like Thursday night, 6:30 till 8. Sunday night is different genres. I like a lot of different kind of music. I'm a big jazz lover. I love jazz from the 30s and 40s, that kind of stuff. And jazz was still big in the 50s. Big orchestras, which you don't see anymore now. And I like rock from the 60s. I like rock and roll from the 50s. I like some country. I can't say I like it all, but I like some country. Folk. I love folk. There is a difference in country and folk. Folk is like Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, that kind of stuff. And country is like, I don't know. There's lots of country singers. Well, there's different styles now, because back when I was a kid, country meant somebody like Hank Snow and Hank Williams and all that kind of stuff. Now it's kind of blended a little bit with rock and roll, and it's a different type of country now. But I wouldn't go out and buy a country album, no. Now take Gordon Lightfoot. I know I'm off the track here, but I like talking about these things too. Gordon Lightfoot, yeah, I consider him folk, but I have seen he has been on the country charts before, but he was really a folk person. Yeah, not country. He was a folk singer. That was a great era, the folk era. That was a fantastic era. I'd like to see that again. We had all these little coffee shops with folk groups in there. Yorkville was going strong in Toronto. Murray McLaughlin used to be down there. Gordon Lightfoot. Oh, I can't even remember them all now. It was fantastic. It was a great time in history. Greenwich Village was going in New York. And a lot of the famous folk singers went through there first. And you played in the cafe for what you could get from the crowd. That's what you got from the folk groups in the 60s when you played a cafe. You got what the crowd gave you. You might go home with $50. You might not. You might get 100, maybe more. But it led to something else. It led to record deals and fame. Then they did all right after that. But it was humble beginnings in the folk era. Playing at a little coffee shop where there's maybe 20 people sitting in there, 25. But if you were really good, gradually the crowds got bigger and bigger. Anyways, I've come to the end of my video. I'm on Spring Garden Road. I want to end this video. If I can get my tongue to stop flapping there, I'm gonna sign off, okay? All right. Kind of noisy out here. I'll step inside the bus shelter and sign off, okay? Here we are, right here. Oh, it echoes in here. I got a little reverb on my voice now. You like it with reverb? Okay. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, my thanks to you. And I love it when you send me comments on the comment section. I try my best to get them all answered. And with that, I hope you're having a really great day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.